Hello, you sexy biscuits, and welcome back into Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I think it's safe to say that you guys enjoy these Kingdom Come Deliverance versus real life videos. So I've decided to boost the budget. We now have 3D. It's amazing. You can even zoom down a bit further to land level and look in, which is absolutely crazy. Yes, now we can look at all of Bohemia in 3D with, terrible texture quality. But it's 3D! On top of that, but we also have panorama view. So if I was to click, let's say, here, we can dive straight down into the streets of wherever we click on. But this allows us to go to places we can't with Street View. So I don't want to scare anyone, but I was just looking into the windows of the Ratai Church, and what's that? Is that a ghost? It's Henry, bailiff of Ghost Town. What is that? Is that a lampshade? I'm not sure. Oh my god. Hang on, we need to make this more professional. Hello, I am the vet Flappletart, and today we are looking at the town of Ratai. Many ghostly stories have happened in the town of Ratai. Many stories of people without any heads due to slow loading textures. So yeah, not only do we now have Street View for places that we couldn't go before, including Miller Peshex, which is where we're going to go first. But where we are right now, you may recognize from the game. This is Ratai Bathhouse, and we're looking down towards Miller Peshex. If we were to turn around, you can see that the road loops round, and then we head up into Ratai. I am absolutely blown away by this. So I'm going to head a little bit further down here, and then we will actually see where Miller Peshex house is. That is it, right there. So we can actually look a little bit closer in theory, and that's where Teresa and Miller Peshex are. Sorry, the idea of this still blows me away. I'm wondering if you can actually walk up the ramp to Ratai still. Is that a thing? So if we were to keep going around this road, now this does look a little bit different than it did in the game, unfortunately, but if we were to keep going around here, we should be able to find the route up into Ratai, right? Hello, you sexy biscuit. Sorry, I got distracted. Right, let's keep going. Round this corner. Now, how do you enter Ratai? So, of course, this would be the bottom castle. I'm just trying to work out how we'd actually enter Ratai as if we were coming in from the game. So, I think if we were to go here instead, this would be a bit more accurate. So, yeah, okay, so we would enter into Ratai from here. This is where, obviously, the bailiff lives, and this would be where the building heading in, where the shop, and there's the beggar here, and then down here you go round into the camp. So unfortunately, we actually can't go down there anymore. That is not a thing that's on this map. I just love this. I think it's absolutely awesome. Hello, you sexy biscuit. Sorry, I got to stop doing that. So I'm still going to be reading out some of the reviews and stuff because I find that absolutely awesome. But what I wanted to do quickly was look back at Ledetchko, but in 3D, because I think that would be really awesome. You guys can actually see the lay of the land, and I find that absolutely awesome. Now, obviously, this does not do trees very well. I mean, they're just green blobs at this point. But you guys can see that is pretty awesome. And yeah, I absolutely love this. Oh my god, I'm breaking the matrix. This is not good. So in today's video, we're going to head to Talmberg and Uzhitz, and we're going to look at the reviews for all of those. So first things first, let's head over to Talmberg. Let the world load in. The budget on this episode is incredible. I don't think Talmberg likes being in 3D. Talmberg isn't ready for 3D. Okay, we'll just turn that off then, and then zoom in naturally. Because what I wanted to look at in Talmberg was the castle itself, if we can. So let's try and actually find Talmberg Castle. There it is. That is Talmberg Castle right there. So what I'm going to do is go 3D. We're going to actually see if this shows up in 3D. Unfortunately, it's not letting me. That part of the world is just completely blocked out. It will not let me look at that in 3D. Oh, that sucks. Okay, fine. Well, that's failed. But to make up for that, we do have some pictures of Talmberg. Now, these pictures were very kindly sent to me by Nicola, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can go and see these for yourself. But this is Talmberg Castle, or what's left of it. I find this one absolutely fascinating. This is looking in to the entrance to where I think Henry and stuff stays in the game, and you can actually see that part of the wall. If you look, I'm going to try and point it out here, that part of the wall is there, and I find that absolutely awesome. And this shot here is actually looking down over the town of Talmberg. This is looking over the castle wall and down. Even though the main castle of Talmberg is practically gone, there are still people living there. Another shot here is leading up into Talmberg. So this is coming from inside the small town below it. So if I was to zoom in here, you can actually see where the castle remains are after all this time. So that building that is here is basically taken over from where Talmberg Castle is. Now, if you have any of your own pictures that you want to send me, make sure to go into my description because you'll find my email, asexybiscuit@gmail.com, and I'm making more of an effort to actually check it now. I have been kind of slacking on that, so I'm sorry. But yeah, send me an email, send me your pictures, and I will make sure to shout you out. So this is looking over Talmberg with Google Maps because I want to try and see if there are any reviews here. So here we are looking over Talmberg, so I'm going to click on this, and here we'll find our first reviews. The Lord and Lady here were very kind to me after my family was murdered, so Divish managed to convince Sigismund not to sack the city also. Jesus Christ be praised. Lady Stephanie knows how to entertain a Skalitz refugee. Winky face. Oh my god. Hey everyone! Henry's come to see us! Of course. So I find this one really interesting. There is not much left of the castle, but it can still be seen between the fences on the former castle courtyard, and the gate looks at the remains of the tower. The path to the castle is newly repaired, and the tower has an information sign with a history of the castle. At the bus stop, there is a black and white photograph of the castle before the tower was pulled down. So they actually pulled down the tower. It did not fall on its own. I'm guessing due to safety. There are actually pictures that Jan has posted here, and I hope he's okay with me showing these because I find them absolutely fascinating. Now you see here that the tower is a lot higher than it is currently. Yeah, as you can see, it's a lot smaller now, which is a real shame. I love that there are still bits of the building left though, and I find that absolutely fascinating. And this looks a bit closer at the tower itself, and you guys can see that, yeah, obviously the whole top has been just chopped off. So looking a bit closer into Talmberg, we actually find this. Now this is apparently some form of car dealership or shop. But of course, we're here for the reviews. Sorry, my lady, for stealing your ring. Jesus Christ be praised. I send my kind regards to Sir Divish. Jesus Christ bless this soul after taking me in after the raid on Skalitz. I'm feeling quite hungry. Jesus Christ be praised. And I think the one that sums this up perfectly is, I bought quite decent saddlebags here. I love these so much. So the place I wanted to look at last in today's video is Uzhitz, because there is a lot here. But of course, what I want to do first is zoom right in and hit that 3D button. Now this is the closest that we can get without it all going wrong, so I'm going to try and look around Uzhitz like this first. So this is obviously where you'd enter. You even have the upper part of the town still here. Now I'm trying to see if I can spot the church, because obviously there it is. Hang on, let me zoom in over here. And you guys can actually see the church is right there. And of course, this is where one of the best quests takes place. This is possibly my favorite quest from the game. We can even go down onto the road and drive past it. So they've put a wall around it. That's all I really noticed here. But it is absolutely beautiful countryside. Look at that. Wow. So heading over to Google Maps, let's see the reviews. Best mass I've ever attended. Parish priest is just a drunken, miserable fellow like the rest of us. Jesus Christ be praised. Best place to get drunk with a priest and hump alehouse wenches. 10 out of 10 would ring the bell in the middle of the night again. Father Godwin knows how to party. Sure, I mean, he is probably the best, but the town is pretty dull actually. Vashek is an idiot. The bailiff is no fun at all, and with all of this witchcraft madness, I don't know. Just call Goodwin somewhere else. Instead of going to Uzhitz, tell him you'll take Talmberg back or something. He never misses a party. All of these reviews for Father Godwin. Hang on. The priest here is excellent company. Can't find anyone better to introduce you to the town. Probably the most accurate one. Bah! Bah! Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. You've just got to take into account, what does the actual priest of this church think to all of these reviews? Because there are probably people coming here expecting some Father Godwin to be here. I do want to point something out, and it's something that a couple of people have said. Do you think the people of these towns that you're doing these videos on are okay with you doing it? And I'm going to say right now, this is all in good fun. I enjoy looking into these places, and I enjoy taking everything in from the experiences I've had in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and that is very important. Sure, I make fun of some things, like how bloody tiny Samapesh was, but I absolutely love this countryside. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and hopefully I've inspired some of you to actually travel to these places, because I know for a fact doing these videos has really made me want to go a lot more. So that is Uzhitz. I think we're going to end this video with a couple more comments. Now this is looking at the town hall of Uzhitz. The scribe here taught me how to read and I was just a blacksmith's apprentice. Jesus Christ be praised. And for the last comment, John Smith says, I reached a dead end on the Limpy Lubot case, and the bailiff wasn't any help either. Well, I'm sorry that the bailiff of Biscuit Town was terribly useless and didn't know how to read, so I couldn't complete the case. Anyway, as I said at the start of the video, make sure to send me your pictures and I will put them in future videos. Also, thank you to everyone who told me about the different map servers. I'm going to be using that from now on in every video. Thank you so much for watching, but until next time, that's me, out. Bye guys.